Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to talk about Intel GPUs, Intel discrete GPUs, which are most likely coming out in 2020. And this has been officially announced. You can see the tweet over here where they say that GPUs are coming in 2020. So these are no longer rumors, now it is confirmed, and in few years we will get Intel discrete GPUs. Now, this image that you can see over here, this is not a real image how the GPU will look, but this name Artic Sound is actually real, and the code name will be Artic Sound. So you can see that this GPU mockup is taking a lot of inspiration from the current AMD GPUs, and this is just because the Raja Koduri was previously working at AMD and now it is working at Intel. Now he was the main guy behind AMD GPU design, and he is now working over at Intel. And it looks like Intel is really serious this time, because they have been trying to make discrete GPUs in the past, but it didn't really work very well, and now it looks like they're just taking the best people that they can find and they're employing them to make the best GPUs possible. The GPU is most likely going to be blue collar, like you can see over here, because Intel is known for their blue collar, AMD is red team, and NVIDIA is green, so it could look something like that, but don't take anything for certain. Now, why is Intel making discrete GPUs? The thing is that actually NVIDIA made the mistake of selling them technology and patents for the Intel's integrated GPUs, which they are making inside of CPUs. And they can actually just upscale that technology and make a discrete GPU that won't need a CPU, that won't need to be inside of a CPU. They can just make dedicated GPU with upscaled technology and use the same patents and almost the same technologies that NVIDIA actually sold them for $1.4 billion. And $1.4 billion is actually nothing for all of those patents, all of those designs, all of those technology that NVIDIA sold them, and they sold them that because they didn't know that Intel is actually going to try and make discrete GPU. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Intel didn't tell them that they are planning on making those GPUs, because if they would tell them, NVIDIA would just say, well, we are not going to sell them to you, or they would say something insane like $10 billion. Now, this first GPU will be 12th generation of Intel GPUs actually, because every year when you get new GPUs, you get new series of Intel integrated GPUs, and this will be the 12th generation, codenamed Artic Sound. And they are already planning the 13th generation, the one after the Artic Sound, and this one will be called Jupiter Sound. And they are actually starting with Artic Sound with dedicated GPUs. Now they are not just making something for data centers or some more advanced integrated GPUs. They are starting with 12th generation of dedicated GPUs, and the 13th generation will just be probably a lot better. Now it will be great to see some more competition in this duopoly with AMD and NVIDIA, and I'm not really sure that AMD is going to survive this. They don't really have anything new this year to release, while the NVIDIA has the 1100 series, which will completely crush AMD, because they are already crushing AMD with 180 Ti, which AMD cannot fight against, and with 1180, 1170, and maybe 1180 Ti, AMD will not have anything against that. And if Intel GPUs will be at least like close to NVIDIA GPUs, why would somebody buy AMD GPU then? Only maybe if they want to support AMD, and if they have AMD Ryzen CPU, maybe they just want to combine those two, but it doesn't make any sense for somebody to buy AMD GPU then if you have Intel and NVIDIA GPUs which perform a lot better. And Intel currently has so much money that they cannot even spend all of that money. Raja Koduri will now have so much more resources to develop this GPU, and you have seen what he was able to do with AMD funding that he had. He developed Vega 56 and Vega 64, which used HBM2 memory, which was a great breakthrough in technology. But now with Intel's funding, which is not just like 10 times better, which is dozens of times better, and he has so much more new engineers to work on those new GPUs, that Intel could actually take lead in dedicated GPU technology. Now we will still have to wait a few more years to see what comes out of that, but I really believe that Intel is going to do a great job with that, and I would certainly want to try and use Intel dedicated GPU just to have something a little bit different, just not to have NVIDIA or AMD now for the past like 10 years that I have been using those GPUs, and I really hope that Intel can do something great. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about it, if you think that Intel is going to concentrate on some lower end gaming GPUs, or if they're trying to compete with the highest end GPUs for 4K, maybe 120 Hz gaming. So see you soon in another video, and bye.